the clues when you read, like the punctuation marks.
Yeah.
And that helps you know how you should read the text, right? So like if you see a question mark, you know that that's a question. So like when you ask a question, you know, your voice sounds different than if you were excited. So if there's like an exclamation mark, right? And when you read, you can track the words with your finger as you read aloud. And remember, we also talked about matching your voice to how the character would sound, right? So we're going to read the same thing. And this lesson is not going to be long. It's 20 minutes, right? Maybe, if that, right? And we'll talk about the story again, and then we'll do like a little word activity. So I'll let you know when to start. Hold on just a second. Are you having a good day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So you have the Rosa Parks, Writing with Rosa Parks pulled up?
No, I don't have it pulled up.
Okay. I can, let's see. Hold on just a second. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Do you want to use my screen to read it?
That's gonna be hard because it's hard.
Is it too small?
I can pull it over to her.
Can you pull it up?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on this side.
Okay.
Right, you remember how the pages go, right?
Yeah. Let
Okay.
me scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me stop doing this. Okay. So you can go ahead and start reading Writing with Rosa Parks.
Okay. Writing with Rosa Parks.
Oh, hold on. Before you start, sorry, I forgot. I wanted to do one thing before you start. Remember how we went over some vocabulary words last time we started? Well, there was a couple others that I wanted to go over before we start reading, okay? So one is rights. Do you know what rights are? If you want to look at page 15, let's see.
It means like equal rights. So white people and black people will be treated the same.
So your rights are freedoms or powers that a person can justly claim. So everybody has rights, right? They're freedoms to do things, right? Like you have freedom of speech. You have freedom to say the things that you want to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next word is unfair. Do you know what unfair? Have you ever heard that word?
Yeah, like not treating someone fairly.
Yeah. So not just or honorable or fair. So can you think of a time where something happened to you that was unfair?
One time on Halloween, my sister got a lot more candy than me. And then also she's allergic to eggs, so she got some stuff with eggs. And then I had to give her some of my candy, and she gave me the candy with eggs, but I didn't like the candy that had eggs that they gave her and she gave to me.
And you felt like that was unfair, right? What do you think happened? Do you think anything in the story that we read about Rosa Parks is unfair?
Yeah, when she didn't get to sit in the front at first.
Yeah, that is unfair. She should have the right to sit where she wants to sit, right?
Yeah, and she shouldn't have to give up her seat.
That's right. So the last word I wanted us to talk about before we read is hero. And a hero is a person known for a brave act or actions that helped others. You have somebody that you feel like is your hero?
My mom.
Your mom.
I guess.
Your mom and your dad? Yeah, that's good because they're both brave, right? And they've probably done something that have helped others. And in our story, Riding with Rosa Parks, who do you think the hero is?
Rosa Parks.
Yeah, why do you think that she's the hero?
Because she said that she can also sit in the front and she doesn't need to be in prison for not giving up her seat.
Right. So she's the hero because she was brave for standing up to people who said that she couldn't sit in the front, right? So she stood up to those people. And because she did that, that helped other people be able to sit in the front of the bus too. Okay. So now I'm going to have you read again, Riding with Rosa Parks. Okay?
Okay.
And remember, we're working on your fluency. Okay, so go ahead and begin.
Riding with Rosa Parks.
You can go ahead and go.
Okay. On the bus. Marissa and her mother were riding the bus. They were going on their way to grandma's house. They had to sit in the back seats. Marissa didn't like the back seats. There was a law that black people had to sit in the back of the bus. Her mom said it was unfair. Some white people came on the bus. Some of the black people had to sit and had to stand and give them their seats. That was another part of the law.
When you're reading, if you need to, you can track the words with your finger, okay? And that might help you stay on track. Good job.
Refusing to stand. But one black woman didn't stand up. Her name was Rosa Parks. She didn't want to move from her seat. The driver told Rosa she had to move, but she said no. Then the driver called the police. The police came and arrested Rosa Parks.
Okay, I want you to stop. Cover the text, and can you tell me what you just read? Put it into your own words.
So she didn't give up her seat, so the bus driver called the police and she got arrested.
That's right. Okay. Good job. You can keep going, okay?
Marissa wondered what would happen next. She thought about how brave Rosa Parks had been. Everybody knew the law, even if it wasn't fair. Taking steps. When other people heard what happened to Rosa, they got very upset. They decided to stop riding the city buses.
Good job. You went back and corrected yourself.
Marissa asked her mom why they had to walk. Her mom said people stopped riding the buses to show that the law was unfair. For a long time, they walked everywhere. Marissa's legs were sometimes very tired. Still, they didn't ride the bus. Making a difference. Finally, an amazing thing happened. The law was changed.
Good job. You really were paying attention to the punctuation marks there.
Marissa and her mom could now sit at the front of the bus. They didn't have to stand and give up their seats to white people.
So, how do you think that the character felt at this point in the story?
Happy,
Happy, yeah. And how do you think that she felt in the beginning?
sad, and upset.
Right. You can go ahead.
Marissa learned that one person could make a difference. She learned people could join together to change things.
Good job.
Today, Rosa Parks is a hero because she said no to something that was unfair. She made the law in the United States change. Many other people have followed Rosa's example. They keep working to make sure people of all colors have the same rights.
Good job. Okay. So, now that you have read the story, that was a good job, Savannah. So, now we're gonna okay. So we talked about the characters' feelings in the beginning, in the middle, and the end, right?
Yeah.
Who is the most important character?
Rosa Parks, Marissa's mom, and Marissa.
Yeah. What did so Rosa Parks is the most important, one of the most important characters in the story. What did she do? What did she do to make her the most important?
She gave up. She changed a rule, the law. She changed the law so people could have equal rights.
Yeah. Okay, so now I want to do a word activity with you, but I'm gonna let you take a break just for a second, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll do a little word activity. Okay, let's see. What are you gonna get from Starbucks?
I'm gonna get. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get a mango dragon fruit drink.
Oh, that would be good.
Because my mom doesn't want me to get coffee every time.
Oh, do you get coffee sometimes?
Yeah, I got coffee sometimes. I get cold coffee.
Yum! I had cold coffee today. Okay, so for the word activity we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about inflectional endings. Do you know what that means?
No.
So it's a word part that's added to the end of a base word that changes the tense of the base word. So a base word can stand alone and has meaning. So for example, a base word would be cat, right?
Yeah.
But you can add an inflectional ending to the end, like an S, and it would be, if you added an cats, that's right. So it changes a noun from singular, which is one, to plural, which is more than one, right? So cat is just one cat. But if you add an S, it would be cats. So it would be multiple cats. But you can also add an ing to the end of a word or an ed, right? And that changes the tense of a verb. So if you add an ing to eat, it would be eating. Right. And if you added an ed to walk, it would be
walking. Walk.
You could add an ing, that's right, and it would be walking. Or you can add an ed and it would be walked, which would be the past tense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that we would talk about adding ing. Okay?
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to share my screen so you can see. Okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my mom because I'm gonna ask something. You're gonna be.
Okay. Are you still working?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I just told her I was gonna.
Okay.
Okay, so can you see my screen?
Oh, thank you. Can you see her screen? Let's see. Let's click back over. Yes, I think we see it now.
Okay, so when we add ing to the word, so say we have stop, okay? If you add ing to the word,
Stopping.
right, so how would you spell that?
STOPE. No, not E. ING.
STOPING. So when you add ing to stop, you have to double the final consonant, which would be P, right? So you have to add a P. So STOPP, right? ING.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do another one. So we have hop, HOP. So how would we spell it if we were going to make it hopping?
Hopping. HOPE. No, ING.
Okay, remember what we said? If we have to double the consonant, right? So we have to add a P, right? HOPPING, right? Okay. So that's called a doubling feature. So let's do another one. You ready? Let's do step, STEP. to make it stepping, how would we spell it?
STEPPING.
That's right. Great, exactly. Okay, so do you know what a consonant is? Consonants and vowels? Do you know what your
vowels?
Yeah, do you know what vowels are?
Like A, E, I, and
A, E, I, O, and U?
Yeah, and sometimes Y.
Right. So then the other letters like P, those are consonants, right? So
those are, I know that.
When you have stop, hop, and step, when you're adding the ing, you have to double that consonant, okay?
Okay.
And then add the ing. So let's do one more. So we have running, run. So how would you make it running? You needed to add an ing. What would you do?
R, U,
yeah.
N, ing.
Great. Okay, so now we're going to do, we're going to talk about, we're still adding ing, okay? But we're going to add ing to words that have a silent E, okay? It's a bit of a different rule. So we're going to use love, L-O-V-E. So if you were going to make it loving, how would you spell it?
L-O-V-E-I-N-G.
Okay, so when you have a silent E, you're going to drop it, right? Wait, hold on. You're going to drop the E.
There's no E?
No, when you add ing, that silent E goes away, and you just add the ing like that.
Oh.
So see, when you have a consonant, you double the consonant and then add ing. But when you have the silent E vowel, you drop it. It goes away, and then you add the ing. So let's do another one that has the silent E. So let's do hope, H-O-P-E. So if you wanted it to be hoping, how would you spell it?
H-O-P-I-N-G.
Exactly. Let's do another one. Let's do time.
Time.
Yep, if you wanted it to be timing, how would you spell it?
T-I-M-I-N-G.
Exactly. So we drop that E. And when we use ing, we use it to say something that is currently happening, right? So if you were, you're going to get coffee, right? So after you get your coffee, you would be like, I'm drinking my coffee and it is so good. So if we had, that means you're currently drinking your coffee, right? So now we're going to do let's see. Okay, so I was going to do, let's do another, since we have another little space. So our base word is going to be connect. Okay. So if we wanted to make it connecting, what would we do?
Is there a silent E in this one?
There's no silent E and there's no P. So this one is just, we're just going to have to add the inflectional ending, right? So this one is easy. So it would be Connecting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
That's
do it.
long.
That's a long one. So what about if we have protect? So how would we, if we wanted to add the ing?
You would just add ing.
That's right, because it doesn't have the silent e vowel, and it doesn't have the p consonant, right? So those are just easy, right? And there are other inflectional endings, but I just thought we would talk about one today, and that is the ing, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. Let me see. Now I need you to do another thing for me. And I gotta find what it is. Okay. I think there's another thing I need for you to do. So,
Guys, you're not allowed to be in here. Gwang, 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 gwang.
let's take a break for a second.
Okay.
So, do you like to type on the computer?
Sure.
Okay. So, I want you to type something for me. I'll have you get your mom in just a second. But let's see. I'm gonna stop our recording.